I don't need the lights, and it's not weather. It's not raining.
This is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
Sorry, 35. I'm property driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle. 25 seconds. For 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. I've already told you. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. I'm about to break the window. I'm about to break the window. All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands. Here.
1033 at 16:21 hours.
What is your reason? No, don't.
Oh man, so seeing that part right there, it's like, what is the police supposed to do? Are we going to just sit here and wait like 5 days for you to actually open the door, hand me your license or whatnot? Or am I just going to break the window and do what I just did to you? Also, I don't understand why people think they have if you're not going to die about something at that point in time, your best bet is to cooperate much as possible with the police. If you ain't finna pull out no gun and just fire off on the police, that I don't understand what you just sitting in the car recording yourself is going to do. You're not protecting yourself. You letting them punch you in the face. I think all of that, to me, from watching this, was very dumb. Let them slam your face on the ground. Nah, I'm not doing all that. Hey, I'm gonna try to do much as I can so we can avoid those situations, because if you ain't finna pull out that fire and actually fight for your life and stuff like that, because you just never know. They could have slammed you on the ground. The way they push your head on that, you could have been another George Floyd. You could have broke your neck or anything. So I'm just not going to put myself in a position to just sit in a car, let them break a window, and then have 6-7 other guys or other police around to do something to me like that. That's just not what I'm going to do. But that's my thought. But let's listen to what the sheriff had to say.
Social media is not reality. One video clip devoid of context can be very misleading. Given that McNeil never brought this incident to JSO's attention, but rather pushed the cell phone camera footage that he had in his possession since March 5th out on social media, one can only assume, and I'm saying I assume, that he intended to inflame the public. The administrative process is still ongoing, and as such, I will neither defend nor commend Officer Bauer's response to resistance until all the facts are known and the investigation is completed. However, as the leader of this agency, I will not remain silent while important facts and information are buried to advance an anti-police agenda. The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers within 21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions. His non-compliance quickly rose to the level of criminal resistance to a police officer. McNeil was arrested and pled guilty to resisting a police officer without violence. Force absolutely looks ugly. And because all force is ugly, whether or not the officer involved acted within outside JSO policy, that's still what we're investigating.
Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. Do y'all think it's policy just to punch a motherfucker in their face when they just sit down? Like, if he just sit in the car not doing anything, you could punch him. Now, I get it. You could pull him out, put him in handcuffs. He's resisting arrest. But even the punches outside of the car when they were punching him in his face, do y'all think that was warranted too? Do y'all think they teach that in police academy? I just don't see how those things were needed for somebody that actually was not fighting you back, wasn't throwing punches, wasn't trying to headbutt, spit, kick. He wasn't trying to do anything. He just said no, he wasn't getting out of the car. Like I said, breaking the window, pulling them out. Okay, cool. Putting handcuffs. He resisting arrest. Okay, cool. But the punching and stuff like that, I think that was excessive. I think that was too much. I don't know if they teach that there, and I guess the police officer, the sheriff, is not going to go into detail as if tell us if they were trained to actually do those type of things. I doubt they are trained to do that. I think those people that were punching him in the face have gotten away with a lot of punches to the face. They just seem so casual, so innocent, so at ease. It looked like those punches are from people that I've punched motherfuckers in the face before while I was on this job. Like those, it just seems simple and easy and, you know, repetitious, if I would have to say. So when I'm looking at this video, I think they could have done better. The only thing is, like I said, when you start resisting, quote unquote, resisting arrest, because I do think the idea of you getting pulled over because of, you know, you didn't have your lights on, it's crazy. Because of inclement weather, like I guess that's a judgmental thing. Inclement weather, it didn't look like it was raining outside. It might have been cloudy, but that doesn't, like, because as a matter of fact, let's see what inclement weather means. I'm gonna ask you. Inclement weather. Inclement weather refers to severe or harsh weather conditions that can disrupt daily life, create hazardous situations, or pose risk for safety and property. It typically includes weather events like heavy rain, snowstorms, hurricane, high winds, and extreme temperatures. What the fuck does extreme temperatures mean? See, like this, like I hate laws like that. That's all about judgment, because I might think it's fine for me to drive in and I'm gonna have to turn the lights on. And it says it typically includes weather events like heavy rain. It wasn't raining outside, wasn't a snowstorm, wasn't a hurricane. I don't know if the winds were high. And then it says extreme temperatures. Like this, when they say extreme temperatures, that mean hot extreme temperatures or cold extreme temperatures. Like I don't know what that means. Inclement weather is a significant factor in construction planning, often causing delays and increased costs. Yeah, I think for them to just say, "Oh, inclement weather," because I have seen signs on the highway, the yellow sign that say "Turn your lights on when it's raining" or "Turn your lights on during inclement weather." But like I said, all of that is based on my judgment. I might be fine with my lights off. And I guess it's supposed to be safety for others, but who's to say that you're actually being safer with me having my lights on? Because people still be having wrecks and driving crazy as hell when you see them on the highway. They be driving crazy as hell. So like I said, I don't think this was warranted. The punches to the face was excessive. I think people should be outraged at this because, hey man, I'm sitting in my car. You just gonna dick me in the fucking face like that? I just don't understand why we just think we just supposed to sit in the car and nothing's supposed to happen to us. And then they also found weed and he did plead guilty. No, just because you admit to guilt sometimes, you probably taking a lesser charge and you know, you just want some of the shit to be over with. And you might have got bad counsel. You might have had a public defender. It could have been a lot of factors to why you pled guilty to this, because I think this video should have been released around the time that you had went to trial, because that would have been in your favor. Because I think most people would say, hey, this man's sitting in the car. Y'all should be punching him in the face. I think most people would agree. I don't think nobody would say that. But at the same time, I don't believe in making the police escalate certain situations. And I think that's kind of what he did when you shut the door, said you're not going to get out and you're not going to show license and stuff like that. Even though it is bullshit to be saying, hey, I'm stopping you because you ain't had your lights on during inclement weather. I think that's bullshit. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. So the last thing we're going to talk about is being baby mamaed at the age of 40 plus. And the reason we're talking about this because they had I've seen a lot of articles and stuff talking about more women in their 40s are having babies more than women in their 20s, right? And the reason we're talking about this because if you know anything about health and pregnancy, and the reason I know about this is because I have 2 children and me and my wife went through a bunch of classes each pregnancy, and doctors would typically advise you to try not to have children in your